friend Scott Rose once told me, one of the greatest gifts you could ever receive is the opportunity to challenge yourself. When you're committed to personal growth, the only person you're competing with is yourself. There is no other competition. Each day, the only intent you should have is to be better today than you were yesterday. And with each week, each month, and each year, your goal is to become exponentially better than you were before. That means at minimum, you become twice the person you were 6 months ago because you are intentional about living your best life.
Bless up and big up yourself, one and all. Thank you for tuning in to the Troy Graham Experience. I am the aforementioned Troy Graham Experience. So, I'm a little lively today. I'm up. I got some rest. You got to get your 8 hours or how many hours you need to get ready. So I'm a little ready. So I'm ready today. So yeah, I'm just here because we have a new stabilizing force in boxing. But before I do that, let me just say bless up and big ups to all that are in the chat and all that are listening to the sound of my voice and all that will view this later on. So today we're going to speak on boxing's new stabilizing, sincere, uh, much needed spirit. He brings a consistency to boxing. He brings a sincerity to boxing, and I could see him as a stabilizing force. I watched an interview with the brother earlier today talking about Prince Turkey. Right? I listened to his interview today. Very to the point, soft-spoken individual. He says what he says, and then he moves on. He doesn't cut any fat, doesn't beat around the bush, none of that. His thing is he wants to give the fans, listen carefully now. He wants to give the fans, once again, listen carefully, the fights, good fights that they want to see. What a ridiculous novel concept that is. Someone who actually wants to give the fans good fights that they want to see. Wow. Why didn't boxing think about that 5 years ago? Hell, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago? Huh? Where am I at? I'm in my house. I'm so amazing. I'm at home chilling for the time being. But think about that. An actual individual that has enough financing to say, damn the A side and B side, tell me what you want. We'll sit down and hammer out deals. Plural, not signature. I mean, not singular. Deals, plural. We don't have to wait 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, never to have a fight made because he has money and he has intent and he has the venue. He also has a country. Right. He also has the power to make sure that the world sees the fight at a decent hour, not no 1, 2 in the morning. At least not for us. Maybe for them, but not for us. Right. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think about the Prince Turkey? I actually appreciate the fact that you know what? I appreciate the fact that he is here, and I appreciate the fact that this man loves the sport. He loves the sport. He said his two favorite boxers. I've never heard anybody else say this are Larry Holmes and the Hands of Stone, Roberto Duran. The one thing you could say about both of those two cats, no nonsense fighters. So that tells you that that's a real boxing fan right there. He could have gone for Tyson, who he knows personally. He could have gone for anybody. Everybody picks the big splash, right? The big shiny names. How many people do you know pick Duran and Larry Holmes? That's a different type of mindset. That's a different type of love for the sport. You know, so that I'm happy with that. I'm very very happy. I was listening to maybe two or three different podcasts today, and one of them it was just the delusion. They're so delusional. It was ridiculous. I'm not going to give him any airtime on my show, but he's a policeman of the LDBC. He likes to blow people up in car fires, right? So he's rattling on about The prince basically don't have. He can't make the Wilder Joshua fight. You think he could force the Haney Tank fight? How do you force a fight? It's business. You sit down and negotiate. You hammer out a deal, and it usually comes down to penny. You know, it usually comes down to the money. This man has the money, and most of all, he has the will and the want to make the fights. What else do we need? What else do we need? You know, somebody who sits higher than us said, "Okay, boxing, you in a terrible, miserable place. Let me give you a man that got some money and he got venues and he got an entire country. You don't ever have to worry about A side, B side, or anything else. He'll fly you out to his country. Where he'll hammer out a deal. He'll even hammer out a rematch for you, and the fans will get what they want. How could it get any better than that? Huh? How? Oh, yes, Lord. I was laughing, Lord, quadruple P. Yes, when he was being interviewed today, the guy said, the guy was asking him his favorite boxers, and he was like, Ali. He said, no, I love him as a brother. Tyson, no, I love him as a brother. Floyd, oh, definitely not. He ain't cut no fat, brother. He don't care. Listen. He don't care what you think. He's a man that's very sincere, and when you're sincere, you speak the truth that is in your heart. You don't get motivated by what other forces think. You speak the truth that is in your heart, and you stand by those words. You don't ever back away from those words, but you will back them up. Okay, and that's what this cat is about right here. He backs up his words. I'm gonna come on camera because I like my look. See, I'm growing a little goatee. I'm gonna grow my little Sunni goatee up and letting it grow. But he likes he stands by what he says, and that's what I like about the brother. He's not here playing these little games, and he's not gonna tell a fighter to turn down $100 million or turn down $30 million. He's gonna say, look, tell me what you want, and we will negotiate with all parties. But I'm not just gonna throw. He's not throwing money at you, even though he can. He's not just gonna throw it at you. He's the type that'll say, okay, well, you want 20. Now let's sit down. Now that we have a number, you want 15, you want 10. Okay, since he's getting 20, you want 25. Okay, let's all sit at the table and be realistic now. What do you bring? What do you bring? And now let's make something happen. Wow. Who knew boxing could be so simple? It takes me back to that Wu Tang. Tone it down. That Wu Tang song. It was all so simple then. It was all so simple then. It's all so simple now. It is really. I mean, when you look at it, what else do we need as boxing fans? You said, okay, you can't get the fights made, right? And people complain about A side, B side. They complain about money. They complain about venue. This man has everything, everything. So, what's the next complaint going to be? When are you and Major Key going live again? I don't know. That's a mystery to both you and I. I do not know, but I'm here today, so just take the time to enjoy me. Major will be back when he be back. I just spoke to him last night. He's chilling. So, but think about that for a second. Let me catch my breath because I'm real hyped about this, as you can see. But think about the simplicity and the profoundness of this man, where he comes in and says, "You know what? I love the sport. I simply want to put on the fights, good fights that the fans want to see." That let's just pause and contemplate that for a second. Good fights that the fans want to see. And then he says, don't worry about money. I got money, but I'm not going to just throw it at you because of who you are or whatever. We're going to make it make sense to all parties involved. Soul Rebel, bless up in everybody in here. Alonzo, amazing. Bruce Gas, Boxing Lounge. Lord, rolling with the punches. Bless up and big up yourself. Yeah, man. So look, if y'all could like, share, what else? How does it go? Like the podcast and share it. Brother will appreciate that. I got some things in the works coming. I got some things in the works coming. So, but anyway, back to the proceedings, right? This is not a cat like I don't know what you've been hearing on other podcasts. Well, I can tell you what you've been hearing. You've been hearing that the Sheik can't afford to pay Wilder to fight Joshua. Listen to me. Stop it. Don't believe that. You've been hearing that uh Tay Jones is the be all end all of everything that is the truth with Deontay Wilder. No, he hears what Deontay Wilder gives him. That's his truth. And for the record, I did reach out to Tay to see if I get him on the show. I could I can almost 100% guarantee you that that will probably never happen. But I'm saying I did reach out to the brother to see if he wanted to come on. But I don't think any of them dudes from over there will ever come on my show ever. Even though if they come on, they should know my track record. I've never cut nobody off or anything like that. We can have a decent conversation. I'm grown, baby. I'll be 53 this year. I'm grown. Grown. You heard me. I'll be 53 in August. I'm a daddy 4 times over, and I'm a granddaddy 3 times over. I'm a grown man. A grown man. I don't play games. But anyway, I'm just happy that boxing's future is looking good, man. It's looking real good. And I think as fans, we're about to get a lot of the fights if that we want outside of fights with PBC fighters. And I don't know what Oscar's doing because if you heard what he said, Oscar's like he doesn't believe that all the fights, certain fights should go over to Saudi. And the Saudi prince looked in the camera and got on the mic and said, "We will miss you." So maybe Golden Boy and PBC will not be all involved in that, but you never know. You never know, right? So I could definitely tell you if you're a PBC fighter, you ain't fighting Saudi. You ain't fighting over there. You're not gonna fight in Dubai. You're gonna miss out all that money based on Al Heyman's incredible advising. Listen, if I'm a professional boxer, right? Me, and you tell me to turn down guaranteed 8-figure purses, I'm gonna tell you, hey, guess what? I don't work for you. You're my advisor. Advise yourself out of my face and my life. You are fired. Just like that. You don't have to be nasty. You're fired. Bye bye. And if I breach the contract, I'll pay for it. I don't need you. Don't want you. Don't let the door hit you with the good Lord split you. Go kick rocks. Bye bye. That's exactly what I'm telling that Bama. I ain't listen. Like I said, it's just like Wu Tang over here. It was all so simple then sometimes. Sometimes life could be just all so simple. You go for the you you get a manager or okay, you do the Sugar Ray thing like he did with Mike Trainer. You get a lawyer. You get a lawyer, right? And he is your lawyer slash business advisor, and he and you actually, they go over all the contracts and you negotiate all the contracts with him or her, it doesn't matter. And you go get that money over in Saudi. Box's shelf life is not that great. Hold on. I had to play this. I got something on my soul. Yo, started off on an island, AK Shallon, brothers wailing, gunshots thrown the phone down. Back in the days, I'm 8 now, making a tape now. Ray gotta get. All right. That's enough. I just like the chorus because it suits the mood I'm in. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Now it's also simple now. It's also simple now. If you're a fan of boxing, it's also simple now because you can't say that this dude don't got the money. You can't say this dude don't have the will. You can't say this dude don't have the want. You can't say he don't have the venue. So what? Why don't you want to go over there? Why don't you want to take your fight over there and make money? And if you're a promoter, obviously he'll work with you. He put Frank, whatever the hell his name is, and Hearn at the same table. Yeah, those are sworn enemies business wise. They're at the same table, sitting right next to each other, not like down from each other. They were next to each other, right next to each other. The only complaint about the arrows is the atmosphere and the crowd kind of dead. But that's the same thing over in Asia. It's a different type of culture. But are you there for the? Are you there? Are you there? Okay. Would you rather have a livelier crowd and not make any money, or would you have like a kind of stoic crowd and make a lot of money? Choice. The choice is yours. Hmm? The choice is yours. I mean, because I'm pretty sure that Inoue, when he fights over in Asia, he don't have no problem with the stoic crowd because he's taking home a fat check. You understand? When you're a fighter, your shelf life is only so long. So do what's right for you from your soul and from a financial point of view. I would never tell any fighter not to fight for money. But my first thing that I was taught by Simon Brown, who told me this when he put that IBF belt on my waist at 18, and he said, if all you're going to fight for is money, you're never going to make it. You got to have something else that drives you. So have a passion for the sport, have a purpose while you're in the sport, and get your purse. The three P's: passion, purpose, and purse. Trust me, you're gonna get it. I like the Saudis for making big fights, but at the same time, I'm seeing major fights all around the world. Where around the world you seeing major fights, brother? Is it in yet? Man, you sound like a porn star. Is it in yet? I didn't name this that, brother. Is it in yet? See, pause. This you hilarious. I'm not. I wish I could steal that damn name from you, brother. Is it in yet? Oh man. Do you have a twin brother named How Deep? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get back on point in a second. Oh, okay. I'm only messing with you, brother. Oh God, that was funny. But yeah, yeah, man. I don't, brother. Listen, I'm just happy that the brother's in boxing because where else can you get these type of fight? I mean, listen, Joshua is not the most exciting dude in the world, and for all intents and purposes, um, Francis, yeah, Francis Ngannou is kind of level too. But that press conference they had yesterday or the day before yesterday, they made you believe that this was going to be a damn good fight. But as a boxing, okay, as a very knowledgeable boxing head, this is how I see this fight going. The fight with Joshua and Francis Ngannou. It can only go three ways. One, Joshua will outbox this cat. Two, Joshua stops this cat. Or three, Joshua gets careless and gets caught by this cat, and that really puts a black eye on boxing. So there's only three ways that could go. So there's only those three ways that could go. I love it. Now, you know who should be beating down the Sheik's door right now? Female boxers. They should be beating down his door. Imagine having he could do something that no one else can do. He could put on a card of all female boxing. I don't know how they work over there with their women, but he's not just catering to his people, he's catering to the world. And as we know over here, women motivate men to do things. Women make men come out their pocket with money. So that to me should be the next thing. Get those female fighters on the card. And I'm talking about good fights. I don't want to see Bumgardner versus Shields because Shields is too big to come down to 154. It's too big. So I don't want to see that fight, but I want to see all the great fights you can make with the female boxers, all of them. For the record, don't match up no female fighter with a transgender fighter. Don't do that. I tell you what you can do. You can get those transgender fighters to start their own league and get them the hell out of boxing and have them start their own league. Well, you don't have to get out of boxing. You just have to go start your own boxing league and you can promote yourselves. It's not fair. All right. You want to see a rematch with Savannah Marshall for what reason? I mean, okay. I mean, she clearly outboxed her, but She fought her wrong in the first couple of rounds. She was standing there trying to go toe to toe with a bigger woman, and she's not a puncher. She doesn't sit down on her punches. I think that's why she don't hurt nobody. Shields don't sit down on her punches. I don't. I think that's why she ain't knocking nobody out because it's not like she can't hit. She throws with a lot of mean intentions, but she's not sitting down on her punches. Because I'm pretty sure that she could hurt you. You know, maybe because of the prince and because he's a free agent. Now, tell me this: is Costa Zoo with PBC? Is Costa Zoo PBC or is he not with PBC? Oh, speaking of that, and here's some fights that I would love to see. I'd love to see Berlanga and Mungia, and then the winner of that fight could take on David Morales, right? I'd love to see that those fights get made. I'd love to see that fight. Female boxing ain't popping. It can be with the right card. It can be with the right card, man. Tim Zoo, yeah, is he PBC? He's fought on PBC. Well, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. So, excuse me. So yeah, I mean, listen, you could put a nice female card on. We could do a Don King thing. It could be male championship fight, female championship fight, male championship fight, female championship fight, all on one card. Don King used to. Don King is the one who put the coal miner's daughter on the map. So don't tell me it can't get done because it can't get done. You know, anytime this number running attempted murderer from Cleveland gets this good old country girl to become the face of female boxing, hey, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Walk on water. Nah, neither did Jesus. It was a parable to make followers into believers. That was spoken by Rakim Allah. Now, is it possible? Of course it's possible. When you believe anything is possible, it can get done. It definitely can get done, especially when you have a force like the Sheik. Taylor versus Serrano. See, there you go. Look, you coming up with fights for me. Exciting fights in recent. Okay, you coming up with fights. I just want to see Bumgarner. That girl got power over me, man. With her little young sexy self, she got power over me. Hey, I'm gonna reach out to her too and get her on the Troy Graham experience. Trust me. Trust me. If I don't get her, I'll get the next thing. I get somebody else. But they're gonna start coming, baby. So just keep a lookout. They're gonna come. If I'm building it, they're gonna come. That's the way it works. But yeah, but man, I am so what else did I hear today that sound crazy? Tank can make money fighting anybody. You see, there's no person. Listen, outside of Canelo and Joshua, there's no fighters in boxing that can make money fighting anyone. Tank is not at that level. Like, okay, like right now, there's nobody else who he's going to make any real money with except Devin Haney right now. He's not going to make any money with Shakur because who the hell is Shakur? And Shakur looked like shit in his last fight, and he acted like shit after his fight. And Wolf is single, brother. That's great. I'm gonna reach out to her, not because she's single, because I loved her as a boxer. But thanks. Uh, the the protecting of Tank and Spence and Wild. Okay, but yeah. See, the thing is, they over there would have you believe that Tank could basically just walk in the ring and against TJ Maxx and fight him, you know, or he could walk in there with Joe Buttons and fight him and actually win. Kane's Dolphins salute, salute, salute. So yeah, it doesn't work like that. Tank sells live gates, but he needs a name. And if he goes backwards and he fight Esau Cruz again, his fans are gonna abandon him. They're gonna abandon his ass, rightfully so. Especially when you have Shakur, you have Devin Haney begging you for a fight. We don't want to see you fight Ryan again. We don't know about T.O., so leave him out the picture. But you got two viable options right there, right? And then you going backwards and picking a Pitbull again, a dude who you beat with one hand, you claim. Why? And if you're being offered $20 million, why are you gonna say? Why is your people gonna say at least? What's the brother here with the nose? Booger Ray, like like Coach calls them. Why is that dude gonna say, well, we the A side, they don't make offers for to us? Man, somebody to kick him in Amaras, body for that man. But yeah, you don't say that stuff, man. Business is business. That's just like saying that you're not gonna deal with the Saudis because you're the A side and they can't do nothing for you. Well, you stay over there in your little twisted world that you believe in, and you go from there. Okay? 'Cause that doesn't make any damn sense to me. To me, to me, it's very simple to make a fight. It starts with the want. It starts with the want. Then you can work on your needs. Then you can work on the how. But once you want to fight and you hashed out your needs, the how is a simple thing. It's simple. You know, that's what I don't get with people. It's simple. It's not rocket science, people. It really isn't. We could have been had a lot of fights. Why we had to wait for 30-plus-year-old Crawford and 30-plus-year-old Spence to fight? Why? Do these people not understand that boxing is a business and you really shitted away three good fights you could have had back maybe, and then you had one blowout fight because what you saw in Spence versus Crawford was one man taking out 5 years of frustration, and the other man just realizing this dude is really above my pay grade because I can't bully him because that's all he did. Look at his opponents. His biggest win is Mikey Garcia. You're a 147-pounder, and your biggest win is Mikey frigging Garcia. Does that not say all you need to hear? Who you could not knock out. You said you were trying to outbox him. You don't box. You bully. You bully. How were they? How were they supposed to? That fight didn't do 1 million pay-per-view buys. That's now, but we don't know what would have happened when they were younger, man. And maybe it would have turned out. Maybe it would have been more competitive. I don't know. I don't know, man. But to me, I just uh I just believe that you don't let fights sit for 5 years and then say, oh, we're gonna do you a favor now and give you this fight when they're all in their 30s, and then it becomes a friggin' blowout. And because really it was no need for a rematch. There is no need for a rematch after that because no one's going to put up the money, not even the Saudis. Because the only way to sell Spence Crawford 2 is to put one hell of a card around it. If you don't put a hell of a card around it, here's what I mean by hell of a card. Let's say you get Munguia versus Belonga, right? You get that. You get Munguia versus Belonga on that card. You get uh, you get Boots to some and Thurman to somehow get in the ring together, right? Right. And then who else you got? Who else can I think about? Uh, Light heavyweight, the two European champions of the you get them on the card as well. Now that's a fight that you could sell. That's a fight that you could sell. You know, so that right there, that is a beautiful fight. That's a beautiful card, and Spence and Crawford be the headliner, but honestly, most people are gonna forget about all that because of the fights that come before them. So you're really using those fights to push the Spence fight, you know? So there you have it. That's the only way you'll sell that fight. Only way. Because no one's gonna finance a fight or a rematch with Spence and Crawford once because of what happened in the first fight. If I was an investor, I would invest in that. Why? No guarantee I'll get my money back. No. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. But look, since we're talking about the Sheik and everything else in boxing, what what fights would you like to see the Sheik make? I mean, I put the link in the chat, so if you can either come up here and tell me, or you could either type it in the chat. But what fights would you like to see the Sheik make? Yeah, thank you. Smash the like. I never really asked for that, but yeah. So give me a list of fights that you want to see the Sheik make, or you could come up here and we could chat it out a bit, and we could discuss what fights you want to see Sheik Turkey make. Ga- Gala Estrada and Bam. I don't know those two names because I'm not that involved in boxing as much, but just sounds like, hey, if that's what you want. Tell me what weight class that is. Tell me what weight class that is, Alonzo Amazing. What about Zaire? What's the brother name we talked about at a fight at 154? Zaire, right? What about him fighting? Who's the boy that Charlo knocked out with a good uppercut? He was never the same after that. Lord, and he's the boy that knocked down Belanger in sparring. It would be at Superfly. Okay, that's why I don't know who they are. You going real low, real low. But yeah, this boy here. Who did I say? I damn well forgot what I just said now. See, I told. Oh, Zaire at 154. Yeah, him. That, yeah, him versus Lubin. Right. I think that'll be a good fight for both people. I think he beats Lubin, but it'll be action packed basically because Lubin can still punch. We don't. I believe he's seriously damaged at this point. Very young in his career. You know, he might be seriously damaged because he got knocked out by Charlo, and then I think in the last fight he fought, didn't he get beat up and knocked out? You don't remember the recent trilogy when? Oh yeah. Now that you mentioned Chocolito, yeah, that was a hell of a fight. Yeah. I, I I remember that, brother. Virgil Ortiz versus Tim. I think he reached out to Costa Zoo. He wants to fight Zoo. So yeah, that's a fight that the Prince could make happen. But one of those fighters is Golden Boy, so and one's PBC. So you just X yourself out because neither one of them companies I think are going to be doing business with the Sheik. So well, we're not going to get that fight, and we don't have no heavyweights to speak of. Nobody cares about the cruiserweights, light heavyweights. Nobody really cares about them. 164-pounder. What about David Morales versus Plant? Since y'all think David Morales could walk on water, what about David Morales versus Plant next? How y'all feel about that? Because you could say, okay, or David Morales versus Boo Boo or Brother next. Now that would be a good fight. That would be a good fight. What do y'all think about that one right there? I think that'll be a great fight. One, because if David Morales loses, they'll let me know or let everyone know that he's not as good as advertised. Two, if he beats Boo Boo, it'll just let you know that this dude is out the door. Is headed out. If he's not out the door, he should be headed out the door. Right? Right. Right. Who's this? Can't. Okay. Brandon. What's up, brother?
Oh, you know,
Hey, Brandon. I
the
don't know you,
Alonso
but how you
Lazy
doing?
Muser,
Huh?
the Alonso Lazy Muser led me to this channel.
Oh, okay. You're the Brandon from Smoke Show.
GT, yes,
Okay. Yeah. Right. How you doing, brother?
fine.
Good. What's on your mind?
I do have
Bully
a channel
boy.
with over 2,500 subs.
Okay. Hey, bully boy, show me your face real quick. No, I'm talking to someone who wants to come up. I just need to see your face real quick, bully boy, and I'll put you up. But yeah. But go ahead, Brandon. You were saying what now?
You can look at my channel.
Sure. Just go ahead and give out the name, Brandon.
My name is right here.
What's the name of your channel? What's the name of your channel?
My name Looney Tunes Fan 2000.
Say that one more time, slower.
My name Looney Tunes Fan 2000.
Fancy Delvin. Okay. I mean, if y'all heard that, then y'all could check out the brother's page. I've seen him on Smoke before and all that. So, you want to talk boxing or what's on your mind, man?
I'm new in this channel.
Thank you for coming by.
And Why have you looked at my channel?
Well, I'm on the air, Brandon. I can't go look up your channel while I'm on the air, can I?
That once that Brandon trolled you.
Huh?
Someone said I'm trolling you. Brandon's trolling.
No, I mean honestly, you could talk. I just need you to stay to the subject and all that. So just tell me what's on your mind, Brandon.
Alonzo says I'm a big Looney Tunes fan. Alonzo led me to this channel.
Okay, well, thank you, but in all reality, I'm talking boxing, Brandon. I'm not gonna talk Looney Tunes or anything else. I'm sticking to boxing. You want to talk boxing?
I'm not into it, but I know Malchat talks about boxing being virtual OT's person.
Okay, so do you know the sport at all?
Not really.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, brother. Every now and then I do different type of shows, man. We did discuss different topics and stuff like that. You probably be better popping onto one of those shows, but today I'm sticking to boxing, man. So have a good day, my dear friend. Because if you're not gonna talk boxing, I can't really
Can I have
speak.
the blue? Can I be a moderator first?
Yeah, sure. I'll figure out how to. Well, I can't do that on my phone. I could probably do it on my tablet after the show, and I could do that, but I can't do it right now. So that's fine. I have no problem with that. But look,
And I did subscribe to your channel.
thank you very much, man. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for your time. But I got to get back to the topic at hand, Brandon. So have a good day there, brother, man, and thank you for stopping by. All right,
And I just put my channel in the public chat.
you can. That's fine with me. All right, brother. All right. Yeah. So back to boxing. Yes. What is this? Graham, let me on. Like I said, brother. Sorry about that, y'all. I hit the wrong button, knocked myself out, brother. You just have to. Okay, smoke. I know. So, but I just need you to show me your face, brand bully boy, and I'll put you up. I got no problem with it. I just don't want no dick pics and all the foolishness up here. So just show me your face. You on, brother? It's just that simple. It's not a difficult thing. All right. Smoke.
What up? What up?
Yeah. How you doing?
Pretty good. A little
I
tired.
really was only
I'm
joking.
still
I don't care.
recuperating, but I'm getting back in the swing of things. But I'm all right. Hey, you looking good?
Yeah. Well, thank you. You didn't hear a word I just said because you were talking.
Oh, I thought you said how you doing. That's all I heard.
Yeah, and I said something after that too.
Oh, yeah. What'd you say? Come on.
I
It
said I really
cracked you
don't
up at
care.
least. Oh
I said I
man,
really
come
don't
on.
care, man. But go ahead. I'm only
I
playing
mean,
with you.
yeah, I know how it works. I know how you work, man.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. You think you
so
do?
yeah, you fancy yourself getting back in boxing in the year 2024,
You know what?
even with no Jamaican prospects.
That has never bothered me. I just want to stick to the subjects that I like to talk about. I could find
Hmm.
because here's the thing. I don't want to stick to what everybody else is doing. I could find something that actually makes me want to talk about it inside the same subject matter that people are talking about. Like, okay, like right now, this guy, the Prince, to me, that's a very viable topic for me to talk about because I saw his interview and I was feeling what he was talking about. He's not talking about A side, B side, or popular fights. Matter of fact, Smoke, he actually talked about the two brothers that everybody said was going to be the savior of boxing. The two, one's a wrestler now, and the other one lost Tyson Fury's brother. What's his name? What are the two brothers I'm
Are you
talking
talking
about?
about the Paul guys?
Yeah, the tall guys. He said that he's never going to put another one of those fights on. He wants to put on real fighters. He's not putting another one of them on. Those are his words. He wants real fighters. And that told
Okay.
me that this guy is for real about boxing. I remember I remember when people were just waxing poetic about how these guys are the savior of boxing, and I'm like, really, where? And of course, I was everybody's fool. Everybody got a good laugh. I got all their venom off, and I'm like, these dudes are fads. They're not going to last. And lo and behold, I'm right yet again. Not that I'm bragging or anything, because I'm oh so
I don't
humble.
know, man. I mean, that's a pretty low bar. Anybody who thought the Paul brothers were the savior or anything, I will tell you this.
You did.
Jake, I know I did. But anyway, Jake Paul, he has done something for women's boxing as far as promotion goes.
We had this conversation.
Hey, that's about it. Now, outside of that, like I don't know how you remember. Like I get it. Your memory is failing you in your advanced age, and
I'll be
you're always
53 in August,
looking for
baby.
like for a barb here and there. But
I'll
no,
be
I
I'll
never
be
thought the
53.
Paul.
I'll be 53 in August, and I'm sticking around for the next 47 years.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. Listen, I'll be 53 before then, but it's
Hmm.
all good. My point being is, to me, you're talking about like Go card collectors. They're not boxers. Like they're just celebrities who happen to box.
Okay, well, what are your thoughts on the Prince and his movement, his boxing movement?
Remains to be seen. It seems like we're going global. I don't know if boxing ever needs to be isolationist, but for the American audience who we don't really support, non-Mexican, Cuban, Puerto Rico. I guess Puerto Rico is part of America anyway. Like if unless you're Cuban or Mexican, people don't really care about you here unless you're really damn good.
Well,
Um, and
okay, good.
so yeah, I think this Saudi guy for people who just like boxing and is not so like nationalistic when it comes to it, he's probably a pretty good solution. But I think the fights at Saudi Arabia, like when it comes right down to it, the atmosphere is just a bunch of slobbing all over the Saudis. Like it doesn't even have to do with boxing.
Yeah.
It's about like how great the Saudis are and how much money the Saudis have. I don't give a shit about that really.
Okay, to be honest with you, Smoke. Hey, Miss Evelyn. I talk all smiles. Bless up yourself. Listen, here's my honest opinion of boxing over here. Right? If we don't, if this country does not have the heavyweights, a heavyweight champion, a dominating middleweight, welterweight champion, boxing is not. People don't care about boxing over here. As it stands, we don't have a heavyweight. We haven't had an outstanding heavyweight in decades. Okay, so boxing on a whole is still going strong overseas and all that. Is it strong in Asia, strong in the UK, it's strong in other countries. It's just not strong over here because there's no strong fighters over here, with the exception of Crawford, but he can't carry it by himself.
No, we
And
got some strong ones. Like I said, I mean, Canelo boxes in this market, right? He's still strong out there. Tank is a box. He's American specifically. He's there. Haney's on the rise. Ryan got his little like niche market. I
Ryan
mean, we
is a
have
clean
guys who are
boxer.
coming up, but yeah, as far as heavyweights goes, I think the entire heavyweight class right now is overrated and aging. I think they disappointed. They
Heavyweight
like
class in America. In
no, the
America.
heavyweight division. Period. I don't care where they're from. Tyson Fury's fucking lame. AJ's lame. Usyk's lame.
No,
All these dudes are fucking lame.
AJ is actually, the reason why they're even in Saudi.
And I don't think it being in Saudi means anything outside of the UK has another market. Like, so what? Doesn't make AJ less lame just because the
Mm-mm.
Saudis are willing to pay him to fight Francis Ngannou. I don't
No,
give a damn
wrong
about that.
again. Wrong again. It gives boxing another market. It doesn't give
Listen,
the
like I
UK
said, I'm into
another
fighters. I don't
market.
think Francis Ngannou is a fighter. Listen, if you are interested in that, cool.
Francis
I'm not trying
Ngannou
to
is
yuck
not a
your yum.
fighter.
I'm just
He's
telling
not a
you that
fighter.
but AJ is about to fight him next.
Hmm.
That's what I'm
So,
telling you. I've said the entire heavyweight class is lame.
so I mean, Tyson
Yeah,
Fury
that's it.
fought him.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, if it's
That's
good
all
for
I mean by it.
I mean, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, right?
Hey, listen, I'm not
Retro
AJ. I'm
boxing.
not AJ's family. None of that shit. I'm just talking about as boxing goes. But as far as the Saudis go, what my thoughts are on it is that these mediocre guys now have ways to get paid, and mediocre fights now have a venue for someone who's willing to pay for it.
I got you.
That's what I think about it.
Blood, jump up here real quick. Retro boxing. Jump on the panel real quick. But go ahead, Smoke. You were waxing poetic about something. What were you saying?
Well, I'm just saying. When it comes right down to it, I'm into boxing not just because Americans are running it or the best are at it or whatever the hell. I like the sport. I like the martial arts of it. I like even if I like the style matchups and all that stuff. So I don't
Hmm.
need the Saudis for that, and the Saudis don't mean anything to me when it comes to that. But the way that people are talking about it, I think that it's nice to have some excitement around the sport, and it's nice for people to be inspired by new entry people. But it's just like BOK Prime. I sense that the love of it isn't the reason why they're in it is not to make boxing better. It's for some
Mm-hmm.
other personal agenda that they're trying to figure out. And
Okay.
I'm not inspired by that type of shit. So to the extent that they
Well,
give us good fights and all that stuff, I'll watch them. That's cool.
I tell you what I appreciate about the man. He said that he wants to put on good fights that the fans want to see, and that's all I wanted to hear. Ain't no A side, B side. Ain't no
Yeah,
he
that's
went
cool.
on wrong side discreet or none of that nonsense. Ain't no waiting 5 years to make a
Yeah,
fight.
they always say,
Ain't
but they
no,
always
yeah. Who is
they
dead?
always say that. I
Who
mean,
is dead?
the people who get in and say that they're going to be the disruptors, they're going to be the savior of the sport. They just want to give the fans what they want, and then they
Yeah.
give us AJ versus Francis Ngannou.
He never
Like,
said he.
to me,
He
actions
also
speak
gave
louder
you
than words.
Wilder versus. He also gave you Wilder versus Parker. He gave
Yeah,
you.
then yeah, exactly,
He
exactly,
gave you Big Baby versus.
exactly.
He gave you Big Baby versus
Oh, correct.
Dubois.
Versus bigger.
He
Yeah,
gave you
you're right.
Joshua. He gave you
It's a hell of a
Joshua
card. Listen,
versus.
I'm not listen.
Yeah,
As far as the
I can
name,
keep.
Brett,
Yeah,
as, as far as the heavyweight card goes, that was like an unprecedented heavyweight card. As far as the
no,
heavyweight division goes,
no. You know, Don King used to do that. I mean, it was
not
unprecedented.
really, nah, not with all those guys. No, Don King has
Yes,
never put that
yes.
many champions and former champions on one
He
card
put a
in the
card
heavy.
on with four champions. It
I
wasn't no
said in the
four champions
heavyweight
on that
division. If you
card.
stop interrupting me, then maybe you get the whole thing. What I said was not many champions and former champions in the heavyweight division. I was
That's not.
talking about the heavyweight cards. As a
That's not
card
true
for
either.
heavyweights, it was unprecedented.
That's not true either.
Okay, cool. You can say it's not true, but you can't give me the card though.
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool. Give me the card.
He put a fight on where it was Mike Tyson versus the
Hmm.
White Buffalo. That's two
Uh
former
huh.
champions right there.
Okay, cool. And who
On
else?
that same card was
Uh
Michael
huh.
Mora. On that
Uh
same
huh.
card was Michael Mora versus somebody, and I
Uh
think there
huh.
was somebody else on there. I don't
Okay.
remember who else was on there, but they were
Okay,
all
cool.
like former champions.
Oh, okay, so then you can't give me the card.
I just
You just
gave you the
gave me the
card.
card, but you gave
It
me
was
four
Mike
guys. Okay, cool.
Tyson.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
White Buffalo was never a champion, and
Yeah,
neither
he
was the
was.
guy that Mike Moore
I
fought.
believe he was a champion. I believe for
White
like a year.
Buffalo. Okay, what is the White Buffalo's name? What champion are you talking about now? Are we
He's
talking about like a Daniel Dubois type champion, like the WBA, like what's the
He's
world
the guy
title? I
that
mean, I could
fought
do
out.
that.
Listen. He's from South Africa, and he's a white
Oh,
guy
you
that
talking
called
about
himself an
Kosei?
African American, huh?
You talking about Kosei?
He called him no, not Cote. No,
Okay, so
Cote. Cote
the
was the
only
Southpaw, wasn't he? Wasn't he a Southpaw?
well, there was there was brothers. One was and
No,
one wasn't.
this dude
But
was
anyway,
not his brother.
uh, but
No.
anyway, the point I'm trying to make is when it comes to white heavyweight champions, unless it's Thomas Morrison, Kosei. I'm trying to even think like who. There was not even a white champion around Mike Tyson's era.
Yeah, there was. There was another
There was
one.
one, Tommy Morrison.
No. Shannon Briggs won his title from him, and he called himself the White Wolf. I could.
That's not Tommy Morrison. What? Tommy Morrison
No.
is who got.
Shannon Briggs won the championship from a European white heavyweight who called himself the White Wolf. Okay, and
Shannon the Cannon. He became undisputed. He became a
he
lineal
never became
after
Shannon Cannon
beating.
was never undisputed
No,
champion.
and I said lineal. I switched to lineal. He became lineal. I meant lineal. He became the lineal champion after beating George Foreman, who got it off of Michael Moore. So yeah, I don't know what guy you're talking about right now. But anyway, I'm gonna keep on
Okay,
going.
good. Okay, well I'm gonna tell you his name. Just keep
Okay,
talking.
cool. Yeah, no, that's all good.
Okay, I can look it
Point
up.
being, unless you can pull
Yeah.
up, let's see, Parker, former champion, AJ, former champion, Wilder, former champion, Dubois, depending on which championship you're talking about, former
Mm-hmm.
champion. That's
Keep
four
talking.
guys. That's four
Yeah,
guys on there.
and I'm telling you that's nothing. It might be new to this
Okay.
era, but it's nothing that I haven't
No, I'm
seen
telling you, it's
before.
unprecedented. You're saying that
No,
you have one,
no,
but it's yet to be proven. I
Don
know you
King has done it
claim it, but
before.
you haven't proven it yet.
Don King has done it before, brother. I don't know what it is. Retain WBC one. Okay, no. Is this Shannon Briggs? WBC for a heavyweight title. Retained. That's not the guy's
Yeah,
name either. I'm still
yeah, I don't
looking.
know
I'm
who.
looking at
Yeah, I
Shannon
know you're
Briggs'
gonna keep.
record
You've
right
been looking
now.
for a long time.
I found it. No, he lost that. He won it. Here it is. His last name. The guy he fought, the white champion he fought was who was the White Wolf? Liakhovic. He won the WBO championship from him back in 2006.
Oh, so
He,
before the WBO was recognized as a belt. Okay, cool.
no,
All
obviously,
right, cool.
obviously,
Whatever, dude.
obviously, it was a belt because he won it.
I didn't say it wasn't a belt. I said before it's a recognized title.
If you're saying that it wasn't recognized, you're saying it wasn't a belt. He won the belt.
No, I'm not. I'm because the
He won a
IBO
belt.
is a champion. I'm just
He
saying.
won a
Whatever,
belt.
dude.
He won a
It's all
belt.
good.
That's all that matters. He won. Just like I said he did.
Hmm.
He was a white champion. Now let's go to this
He wasn't.
white
He
now let's
wasn't.
go
But
to
go
this
ahead.
white
Keep on
buffalo
going.
guy, right?
He still only got 3 guys anyway. So
Let's go to white buffalo over here. Yeah, I just have to find his name because Mike put on
okay.
some Mike
Okay.
put on some King
Okay.
put on some championship fights with
Listen,
Tyson
I'll give you.
too.
Here's. How about we compromise so we can move forward? If
I'm
you
not
squint
compromising
hard enough,
anything.
then Don King has done something that's close to it.
I'm not compromising because I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
If I
All
was
right. Cool.
wrong, then I'll just be
Let's just
wrong.
get
But
stuck on this now,
I
and then you can just keep
I don't need
embarrassing
to
yourself.
be. I don't need to
That's
be.
cool. We can
I
get
don't need to
stuck here.
compromise.
Yeah, it's all good. Don't compromise it. Just die on this hill then.
It's not Julius Francis. That's not him. Buta. Francis Buta. That's the guy.
Francis
Okay.
Botha was never
Okay.
anybody
Listen.
outside the
You
WBA. I mean
listen.
WBO.
Listen.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
is best known for winning the IBF heavyweight title against Alex Schultz. That would make him the IBF champion. Yeah, I
I
guess
mean,
you
okay,
don't
hold up a
know.
second.
I don't know. I guess you don't know what the hell you're talking about,
All
do
right,
you?
well, okay, Mal. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Let's see when he won that
Hmm.
IBF title. Let's see if it
Yeah.
was when it was recognized as as a title. Because remember, the IBF
When was the
also had
IBF
champions
recognized as
before it was
IBF?
recognized.
When was I? What did you just say before I replied to you? About the IBF.
Okay. I
What
said,
did you say about
let's
the
see when he
IBF?
won that. I said, let's see when he won that IBF to see
He
if it
won
was
it.
recognized at the time.
Okay, in the IBF title in 1995.
Yeah, it's right. It probably was.
Ain't no probably is
It
right
probably
here.
was. No, no. I'm saying it's probably recognized by then. I can't
Do
remember
you know
exactly when it got
anything
recognized
about
by all.
boxing? Do you know anything about boxing? You know, the
No,
IBF
nothing,
is the
nothing. That's
third
why I come to
belt.
you. I had to come to you for
It-
your boxing knowledge
it's
because you
actually
know
the
I don't.
third belt. It's actually the third belt. It was the WBA, then the WBC, then the IBF. I don't know what happened to Smoke. I don't care, but I'm sure he'll find his way back to reality in a minute. Anyway, I see some more people came in. Some came in, some left. Listen, if this is your first time tuning in to the Troy Graham Experience, I am the aforementioned Troy Graham. And me and this gentleman here do this all the time because what it is that I'll say something and he'll say, "Well, you're wrong," and he'll add 1,000 words to one. If you ask him one question, he'll give you 1,000 word answer when he doesn't know something instead of just saying, "I don't know it." That, my dear people, is what's called deflecting. And if you really want to be straightforward about it, it's called bullshitting. Okay, so let me. I didn't call him that. If you heard my phone ringing, I'd have to go take care of some business. But anyway, look, people, all I'm saying is that I'm happy that the Prince is involved in boxing. As fans, we're finally going to get some of the fights that we really want to see, and that's what's good for me. Okay, that's what is good for me, and that's what I love to see. Now, I I really bingo smoke is smoke. Okay, brother, but I love that because as fans, we've been treated to pure doo doo, a lot of doo doo for the last maybe decade in boxing. The PBC was supposed to be the savior of boxing, the savior of boxing. That's what it was supposed to be. I don't know what happened to it, right? But it really didn't do what it said it was supposed to do. Now it's looking for a home, yet another home. They were with HBO at first, then Showtime, and now they're swimming in the seas of Amazon, I guess. What say you, Smokey?
Yeah, sorry, I got another phone call came through.
Yeah,
Um,
you more or less got embarrassed and you had to go pick up your face off the rug. Yeah.
oh, what happened?
Nothing, Smoke.
Oh
Keep
no,
on, keep
you
on.
were telling me how I didn't. I was agreeing with you how I don't know anything about boxing, and get all my boxing knowledge from you.
No, that's actually your words. I didn't
I
say
know that's
anything
what I'm
else.
saying. That's what I just said. It was. Just
You
said
see
that's
me
what I was saying.
smiling. You see me smiling and shining over
I
here.
do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I would, but I see it. So I'm telling you, I sit
You
at
see it, right?
listen. I sit at your feet and get
Yes,
all of
yes.
my boxing jewels from you, but Troy.
You don't want to sit at my feet because I need a, what is it? A pedicure for your feet, a manicure for your hands, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
you
Because
got
I'm going to the.
fungus. You got all kinds of
No,
fungus and shit. Like a
I'm
crazy
actually
ass
taking
nail.
myself. I'm actually taking to myself to the spa in August because that's my birthday. I'm gonna give myself a spa day. Get
Oh,
the hair done, feet done, facial, nails, everything.
that's in over half a year. You got a guy there. By that time, you
No,
might need a power drill for that shit, bro.
no, no smoke. I know how to groom myself. I cut my nails and toenails and shave and cut my own hair, but I just want to treat myself in August, and I'm gonna go back to Baltimore and go visit my family in August and all that. So yeah, August is my month.
Oh shit! I thought you were in Baltimore currently. All
I
right.
moved, I moved to the South, baby, where it's much more quiet and I get more for my money.
Oh, I had no idea. Which state?
North Carolina, baby, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm even training at a college down here. How you like me now?
Well, I like to hear it. As
Hmm.
guys on the fun side of 50 need to make sure those muscles keep moving,
Well, to be honest with you,
the tendons
I,
and all that stuff. Keep the
to tell you the
synapses
truth,
firing.
if I don't tell people how old I am, they don't really know. And to be honest with you, I'm just happy. Listen, we're gonna get back to the boxing thing, but life to me is a blessing every day of it. I can't say that I do something every day, but every day I'm doing something that makes me happy, whether it's just living or if I'm writing, because I'm a songwriter too. So every now and then I might jot something down. I haven't sold a song in a while, but that's I'll get back to it. I got two sons that are rappers. That talent came from me, so hell,
Oh,
every
you didn't
day.
write wet ass pussy? I thought that was you. I thought you wrote the
No,
WAP.
no. I'm actually a very insightful and intelligent individual. That seems too simple for me. Yeah. Do y'all hear this guy? Do you hear this bozo over here? Y'all hear this fool, man? Why did I let him up
We
there?
having fun, Troy. Come
What the
on,
hell I let
bro.
this dude up there for, man? Yeah.
Anyway.
Have you met
Uh,
150? Allah is so amazing. Stop trying to be funny. I know exactly who 150 is, man. That's why I don't go back on anybody's show really. I
no,
might slip,
there's some like
huh?
weirdo thing where people are supposed to be hooking up in real life because you talk to them on the
For
internet.
what?
I don't know. Like people have some really strange ideas about how to live life, and they try
For
to hold
what?
you to their weirdo standards.
For what?
That's what happens. I don't know
Okay.
because they feel better about themselves. I don't. Whatever they do is supposed to be okay, and everything you do is supposed to be up to their standard. Whatever. It is what it is.
Okay. But listen, let me say this. I know who 150 is. He's on the older brothers show. I don't go to anybody's panel. Anymore. I might go and sit on their panel, and in the chat, but I don't will not jump on anybody's panel or nothing like that because I just nah. I ain't doing that no more. I won't do it again. I got my own thing over here, and I'm gonna put as much energy into me as I have been putting into others, and not getting the
Well,
respect that I'm supposed to get. So, end of that story.
you always
Plus,
are welcome in mine. I don't know about the respect you're
yeah,
supposed to get. Like my mom told me, my dad told me, the old people told me that life don't owe you nothing. You get
but
what
let
you
me
earn.
tell you what, and I'm gonna say this: if you have something that you really love doing, man, don't let nobody throw you off your throw you off your square. Don't let nobody take you off your path. You stay focused on it and you get it done. This is my brand, and I'm gonna build it. And I got some other things going on. And my sons, once they're doing their album. So I told them once you get it all together, I'll turn on the lights, you come on here and you promote the hell out of yourself on social media. I have the power to give them I'll just give it to them. I'll turn on the lights and they'll come on and do their thing. They've actually been on my show before and I've interviewed two out of my three sons, right? So if they want to promote their music, they'll come on and they'll host. I'll just be in the background. I don't have to be on their show, and I'll let them do their thing because I want to see them succeed, even though I don't agree with all their lyrics. But I definitely want to see them succeed. So that's the end of that. So in the future, you're gonna see two other Grams on here doing their thing that look a lot like me. They're just younger. And if I say so myself, they're a whole lot more handsomer than me. So yeah,
Um,
shut up.
could you? I'm very interested in
Mhm.
a song you and your sons write together. That'd be kind of cool.
I haven't written one song with them yet. I haven't written out one. They have their own music for right now. They've invited me to jump on and write something because I used to do spoken word, but I haven't. No, I haven't gotten the urge yet to do anything. But they keep pestering me, so you never know.
Okay, hold up a second. No, wait, wait, wait. Have you performed spoken word before, Troy?
Hell yeah,
Oh, okay, hold up a second. Have you done poetry slams before?
hell yes.
Oh
I was,
my God. Okay, now
I
this is
was,
a whole nother
I was
lane of
truth.
jokes.
I was truth before I was. Listen, on stage I was truth.
All
I
right,
was
Cat
truth.
Daddy, you got it.
No, no, no. Listen, man. It was an acronym. Thorough, rhythmic, unnerving, tearful hymn. That was the acronym. You tr- That was my acronym, baby.
I can smell the incense already.
Yeah, man. I was a
I
bad
can
mother
smell the
sucker from
essential
listen.
oils already, man. I get you.
Listen, man. From Maryland to Virginia to Delaware to Pennsylvania,
Yes,
all the way
sir.
up to New York to North Carolina. People knew who I was. People knew who Truth was because I brought a different type of energy. I was much
Hold on a
more.
sec. Did you ever
Yeah,
have dreads?
I can't grow just my hair breaks off.
But you tried to at some point.
Right, right, right. Now,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, all right.
now my
I'm
sons could
getting it.
grow
I'm getting
dreads
the picture.
easy. Now my sons could grow their hair out easy, right? I can't because my hair breaks off. So I always did the baldy. I always was bald. I had the luscious goatee going on. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I get
Shoot,
it.
I even formed a band. I even formed a band called The Path. I had some talented brothers in there, and we were about to open up for Outkast when they came to DC. And you know what happened? Take a guess at what
Um,
happened.
what happened? Why you
One of
didn't
us got
open for
shot the night
Outcast?
that one of us got shot the night that we were supposed to open up for Outkast.
Shot? The show must go
Shot.
on, huh?
Yeah, yeah, got shot.
Hmm.
So
And you couldn't dedicate the show
I
to.
performed by myself that night. No, no, no. I actually no. I'm sorry. It wasn't that night. It was not that night. It was maybe a day or two before that. And I gave it to another band to perform, and they opened up for them. And this band now has been doing his own thing. Has been on world tours and all that stuff, and they doing good. And I'm happy for them. And
Give it
all the other
away, give it away. Hey, you're not supposed to give your spot away, man.
Well, listen, it was a life or death situation, since I was the head man, I chose what to do. Not everybody was happy, but we all went on to do some brilliant things. I got like his one brother on there. He went on to make like 20 albums. He's doing good. The other brother, he's a producer, he's a writer, and he's done some great things. And the other brother was he went on to Hollywood. The dude that got shot, he was 6'5", and he went on to Hollywood. He walks with a limp, but he went on to Hollywood, and he's doing his thing out there. And then there's me, So we all went on to do our own thing.
Well, that's
I
good.
did.
He made
Oh,
it. That's cool. They made it, and it could have been
well,
a much sadder story, but the
yeah,
show
yeah,
must
yeah.
go on.
Listen, a CDB. I did spoken word, man, and I actually opened up for a rap group in the city called Rites of Passage. Those, those are some rapping brothers. They actually
Troy,
they actually
Troy,
mentored me.
Troy. My brother Troy.
That's
Can
not
we
what they
get
have.
back to the
That's
Saudi Arabian prince saving
go ahead. Can
boxing?
I ask you a question? Can I ask you a
You
question?
can always ask. What's up?
No, no, no. I was actually being facetious. Tell me the name on the show.
The name on the show? What?
Tell me the name on the show.
I can't. I'm on my phone.
It's the Troy Graham Experience. So I'm the experience, and we're just gonna talk about
I
boxing
know,
and let that man
brother.
play.
I'm experiencing your experience, and we're
Yeah.
experiencing it together. That's why I was
But
just asking
anyway,
a question.
wise ass,
Yes.
tell me the fights that you want to see. Tell me the fights that you would like the Saudi prince to finance and get made, man.
I don't give a damn, bro. Like, listen, I just want to see fights. I don't care what. First off, the Saudis are not even in my time zone. Like, that's
God,
really what's up. So the fact that like in the middle of the afternoon on Saturday, I'm supposed to
smoke,
carve that out for boxing. It has to be a really great fight. And
smoke.
I don't care who it is.
You know the Tyson Fury fight came on at about 10 or 11 o'clock when he fought Joseph Ngannou, right?
Yeah,
Which
and
was
and
regular.
I was dead asleep until my son woke me up and said, "Watch
Which
it.
is
Look at this."
the standard time for big time boxing. Is a
No, it
standard
is
time.
not.
You telling me that there were fights on
I
earlier
was
than that
dead
over
asleep. It was
here?
12 in the.
You telling me that fights come out earlier than that over here?
No, it's like prime time Saturday night starts at 8 o'clock. That's when you expect
It
the
starts
main
at eight
event for
o'clock.
boxing. No,
It
the prime
starts
the main event.
it starts at
There
eight
should.
o'clock, but it hasn't been one main event that started at 8 o'clock at night.
And I'm talking about the main event starts at 8, not the card. The main
The main
event.
event start. Okay, which main event in this country started at 8 o'clock at night?
All of them on Saturday night. The main
Oh my
card, the
God!
main
I'm not
fight
even
starts at
answering.
8 o'clock.
Okay,
That's what I'm
listen,
expecting. Big
listen. I
time
have a few
boxing, eight
people.
o'clock.
I have a few people in chat. Have you ever seen a main event start at 8 o'clock at night in the U.S. of A?
Okay, you don't understand what I'm
Unless
saying
it was
again.
on Tuesday night fights, Friday.
No, Saturday night, 8 o'clock. That's when you expect the big fight to start. Not the card.
Okay,
The card can start at 7 or 6 or whatever. The card can
okay.
start at 6 or 7, but the main event starts at 8.
Main event starts at 8 o'clock. Okay, can somebody in the chat tell me if they've ever seen a main event fight start at 8 o'clock that was based in America?
Huh?
Even on Tuesday night fights, even
Okay.
on
Did you?
Tuesday night
Okay.
fights, the
So
main event didn't start.
the better be Calvin fight, right? That fight that we just had, the last big fight we had. The broadcast started. Well, first off, ESPN said it was going to start at 7:30, but when I turned to it, it was still college basketball. And then it went on. I think the first card that they actually showed was somewhere around 7:45. I mean, sorry, yeah, something like that.
That's not the main event, though.
I keep telling you, the main event boxing in the United States of America is Saturday night at 8 o'clock.
Anybody? I've never seen a fight. Listen, I've never seen any main event start at 8 o'clock.
Okay. When do you think prime time is for television program?
You want West Smoke?
I am.
Well, I'm on the East Coast, so eight
Okay,
o'clock. 8 o'clock your time is what time over here? 11 o'clock.
cool. So is that when it starts for you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So now you understand the difference. You've done time change and understand that for me it's 8 o'clock and for you it's 11. But you know what? Neither one of those are. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Neither one of us watches main event boxing at 12 o'clock in the afternoon
Man, Chad, what's up? What's up?
or three
Listen,
o'clock, whatever the time difference is.
listen. When the fights come, okay, that's just like saying that you didn't watch, what's it called? Wide World of Sports. They had
I
some great
did.
fights on there. So I mean, hell,
I did. I
listen,
totally watched that. I
it
love.
doesn't matter what time the fights come on, just as long as they're good. I don't give a damn what time they come
Okay.
on.
Right. I mean, you cannot
Mhm.
tell, but I'm just saying that typically on Saturday afternoon, I'm doing other shit because boxing isn't typically on.
Well,
If I happen to be free and boxing's on, cool, I'll watch. If it's a good enough, if the fight is good enough, I'll stop what I'm doing and put on that fight. So
Smoke.
if it's as long as the Saturdays are putting on fights that will tell me, hey, you know what, this is what's going on for my Saturday afternoon, then cool, I'll be there.
Well, they have a couple of options. You sound like you old school, so break out your DVD, hook it up to your TV, or step into the present day and just DVR it. What's the big
To
deal?
the extent that I can do that, I do it, but it's not like, yeah, I don't know. For some reason they stopped doing the pay-per-views where I could just like hit the record button. Maybe I'm a boomer. I haven't figured out the tech for it yet.
It's actually no fighter that should be on pay per view right now because none of them are really that big where they encompass everybody to want to watch them fight. There's no Tysons, there's no Sugar Rays. I mean, Joshua is good where he is. Canelo's good where he is, but there's no one fighter that everybody wants to see. So I don't see why anybody should be on pay-per-view at the moment.
But I think that is probably because again the sport is going global, right? So
It's called
I don't
been
know.
global. It's been global.
No, not the big fight. So because it's also siloed, right? So it's global in the sense that we now have talent represented from all kinds of places that aren't typically there, right? So you have these guys who only really look at their guys, but those guys only fight on like one network or something. So you just get these fan bases that don't watch all of the fighters that they could watch. They just watch the fighters they like.
No one has ever watched all of boxing, and everybody's always been.
Yeah, that when you're talking about Wild World of Sports, yeah, that they were.
Nah, everybody's
When you're
always
talking
had
about,
their, everybody's always
huh?
had their fighter that they watched. But like,
I mean, to an extent, yeah, but to another extent, not really, because boxing was like Sugar Ray Leonard, right?
mhm.
The eyes of when that guy fought, the eyes of boxing world was on it on Sugar Ray Leonard fights. There was not really like,
Uh,
oh,
uh,
I'm just gonna watch like Ruben Oliveira's.
that's because he was. That's because he was built to be that way. He was built as a
I mean, I'm
brand.
just saying, but also boxing was built to be that way, right? It was kind of like that guy was on network TV. He was on all the channels. Well, first
Because
off, the distribution wasn't even the same. Like
okay,
all these
because
things are just not the same these days. Like there's way more distribution outlets for content. People consume content on all these different platforms, and the platforms themselves are in competition with one another. So it's kind of like
I tell
it's
you what,
just
boxing is missing nowadays. It does not have a farming system like it did back in the day with Wild World of Sports, Tuesday night fights, and Friday night fights. That was the farming system. You got to see these fighters come up. We don't have a farming system anymore. That's
well,
what the sport is missing.
it seems to me. I mean, when I was coming up and watching it, the farm system was the Olympics, right? Is the amateurs in the
No,
Olympics, and you got your go like
that
every
that was your intro
nobody
to
really
it.
watches the Olympics. Like
That was your
the viewership
that
for
was your
Olympics went way
intro.
down in the United States.
No. That was your intro to someone who might possibly turn pro. But once they turned pro, it was a Saturday afternoon with Wild Words. It was Tuesday night. It was Friday
Okay,
nights on
yeah, I get you. I
NBC.
get what you're saying.
Okay.
You're saying like
That
once you turn pro,
yes. Nobody
right?
really
Yeah, I
cared
was
about
thinking of
that.
like the very first time you got to see a guy, right? The very first time the world got to see this talent that was supposed to take over was the Olympics.
And if you didn't turn pro, nobody really cared. But once you turn pro, like Sugar Ray, when he turned pro, I believe he was on national TV. He got paid $75,000 for his first fight, right?
Yeah, he and Oscar
Yeah.
came out the gates. Oscar, and to some extent Muhammad Ali came out of the gates like stars already. It's
Well,
George Foreman did kind of too also, but then you
Sugar
had that
Ray,
whole class like Tony Tubb, like you had
Sugar,
some guys.
Sugar Ray, and Oscar were like that because
Yeah,
one of them was named Sugar and the other one was named Golden Boy. Oscar, and and they both had a good backstory and they both had the look and they both were polished enough to go on camera and speak in a certain way and flash that smile and everybody was like, oh, they can fight. They can fight and they're easy on the eyes. We could sell them. That's why one of them was selling decon and everything else, and the other one was pretty much Hollywood, baby. If Oscar cut his hair a certain way, people in Hollywood cut their hair a certain way. Oscar was Hollywood.
no,
Yes, Oscar
sorry.
was Hollywood. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know
listen,
what you
I get
remember,
you
but
with
Oscar
Decon
was Hollywood.
Foregone, and Decon was actually Muhammad Ali's thing. But I get what you're
Okay.
saying. It's the thing. But
Well,
anyway,
anyway, both of them were crossover fighters, is what I'm saying.
what I'm saying is that like Sugar Ray Leonard, it was on a completely different level than Oscar. Oscar definitely came out the gate as a star in boxing parlance. But when it comes to like that global iconic thing, or even the American iconic thing, Sugar Ray Leonard was on a completely different level than Oscar.
They were actually equal.
Well, you man, you out your damn mind. But
But
anyway,
they
whatever.
okay in status. I don't mean when it comes to victories and everything else. When it comes to status wise, both of them were equal.
Uh, well, what we're just
Sugar,
talking about is being pitchmen, right? So the idea that Oscar De La Hoya was on every single channel, bullshit. Oscar De La Hoya was pitching Tecate. That was his brand, and nobody even drank fucking Tecate then, and they still don't drink Tecate.
Tecate.
Like, get the hell out of here, bro!
You don't
Like,
drink it.
you're out of your mind with this right now.
You don't
It's all
drink it,
good
you
though.
mean, right? You
Yeah,
don't
man, who the
drink it.
fuck drinks Tecate, man? Like, I drink Modelo. I'll drink, and I'll drink, Modelo's my shit. That's what I just drink when I want to have some beer. If it's not like a Belgian one, right?
I
I
I
fuck with
drink.
Modelo
I
on the
tell you what I
on
drink.
the regular, but Dos
No, no,
Equis
no. I tell
and
you what I drink
then
every day.
Corona.
I drink more water every day, and I
Yeah, that's
juice.
cool. I'm just talking
I
about the with the
juice. I
barley and the
juice.
hops. That's all.
Yeah,
If you
well,
add some
I don't
barley and
need.
add some hops,
I
now
don't
you're
need.
talking about what I'm talking.
I don't need barley and hops. I need to stay hydrated and pretty, and I juice. I juice
I do see
beets
that
and
hydration
apples.
working on your skin. I see you gleaming. I see you glowing. I see it.
I'm always gleaming,
Yes, you
man.
got to You got to make
That's
sure
the
you
sign of
drink water.
happiness. That's a sign of happiness. But I'm about to jump off here because I just got the text I was waiting on. So I got to go somewhere since I got that text, and I'm gonna go
Well, it was
lift
nice
my.
chopping.
It's always wonderful.
Okay, hold up. You know what? Actually, no, that's the wrong way. It was cool speaking to you today, brother Troy.
I'm gonna
And
kick your
until
ass
next
right off
time we
the
make
show.
that
Keep going.
intergalactic connection, I bid you peace and
Mm-hmm.
blessings.
You're gonna find out I have a size 12 triple E foot in a second. But go ahead, man. You have a good day. This dude with his weak ass, weak ass. I don't know what the hell you was doing. Hey, Chad, how you doing, man? You want to jump on the panel for a minute before I jump off here? Are you cool? I haven't spoke to you in a minute, man. It's always good talking to you. How you been, man? I know me, you, and Major have had some conversations. Just me and you. I used to pop up on your show every now and then. I just don't come on and play anymore, Mad Chad. But look, thank you, everyone, for coming on. Right, appreciate it, appreciate it. I'm going to add some more. I'm going to learn the more technical side to this thing, and I'm going to stay current and do and build my damn thing up because, like I said, I am a brand, baby. THG, TGE, TGE, the Troy Graham Experience. Almost gave you my real name for a second. Yeah, I'm not getting my whole name. Not gonna look me up on my credit. No, you're not. Lamar Jackson MVP shocked nobody signed him. Okay, that you told football. Look, if you want to do a football show, man, you and I could discuss that. We could come together on Sundays and do a football show. You want to do a football show on Sundays? Now, who's your team before we get into the all the proceedings? Matter of fact, just jump on real quick because I got a few more minutes before I got to leave out of here. What was that? So yeah, so they go to link chat if you want to jump on. But if you want to do football with me, I'll definitely love to do that. But if your team is who I think it is, because you're from Boston and you like to park your car in the corner, I think I know who your team is, Patriot man. Are you a fan of the Patriots? Are you? Are you? Are you? So yeah, but look, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, men and women all over the world, I want to thank you for stopping by, and I appreciate it. I will work on coming back Monday. I'll try Monday, Friday, tomorrow. Try and do a panel and go from there. And so I can give y'all not just one person that's something in boxing. I'll give y'all a few people, and you could ask some questions if you like and go from there. I'm going to start making my calls from today. And if y'all don't see me tomorrow, you'll definitely see me on Monday, unless I get motivated again and I'll come on tomorrow. But I'm going to work on these panels. They take some time to get all the guests on, right? But I'm definitely going to work on them. So I bid y'all peace, love, and soul. No, bless yourself and big up yourself. And I need to find some music to exit because I don't leave without playing some music. I gotta play something, y'all. I can't just leave y'all empty like that. I don't know what I want to play though. You know what? I feel like hearing something from the Manhattans. I'm taking it back on y'all. I want to hear something from the Manhattans. Introduce y'all to another side to me that y'all not really used to. All right, wait a second now, Troy. That don't sound right. It sounds real nice, real nice. So I'm gonna introduce y'all to another side of me that y'all didn't know. Let me go find the Manhattans real quick. I might even do something else for you. You never know. Yeah, I might do something else. You never know with me. But I think it's the Manhattans that's calling my name. I think it is. I think it's the Manhattans, baby. Hold on. Hold on. I want to introduce y'all to something else. Here you go. The Manhattans, baby. The Manhattans. Here y'all have it. So the song is called "Wish That You Were Mine." We all know how that
I just finished
feels,
my third semester and I'm
right?
excited to show you some
Let me
cool
turn
stuff.
this down so you don't get the commercials. But look, either you'll see me tomorrow or Monday, and then from Monday I'll work on some consistency and go from there. So bless yourself up. Bless up.
Just like rain. I wonder if they see the sparkle in your eyes. I wonder if they know that I'm not your guy. I wonder if they see that you don't belong to me. Wish that you could be mine, mine, oh mine. It'll be hard for him to understand. I am his friend.
All right, I introduced you to my sentimental side right there. My sentimental side. Let me see what.
I want you around all the time. I want you around me all the time. I'll be the best friend. 1, 2,
Ah,
get down.
I'm gone, baby.
I get them both. Be better than joy. Joy. Come on now. Shame on the nigga who tried to run game on a nigga. Well, with the trigger.